Oh, today we're going to make Lamb Kleftiko. So I do it in parcels. I know sometimes in Greece they just actually do it as a big spit, roast it like a massive big piece of lamb. But we got some lamb on offer, which is why we're doing it today. It can work out a wee bit more expensive, but if you see lamb on offer, get it. The rest of the ingredients I had in the house, apart from the cheese, the feta cheese. So it wasn't too expensive for us, but you're very allowed to treat every so often even. So these are just going to be parcels. I'll do Kerry's one first, so a nice big one. So all we've got here is, I'm doing approximately 100 grams of meat per person. So I've already seared my meat. It's not cooked, it's just seared. So just into the centre of your parcel, and then you're literally just putting things in and about it. I've got my teeth now working here. Just an assortment of veg, just for some colour as well. So we've just got some little sweet corn, got some already done carrots for 25 pence or something like that, so just go with them. Some tomatoes for some juice, we can get it to cut. It's 2 or 3, oh, popped over, my knife must be needing sharpened, Kenneth. Now traditionally you would use mint for this. I'm not always so keen on mint, so I'm just using some mixed herbs, but if you're lucky enough to have mint in the garden or whatever, then just use some mint. I think we'll maybe just do one more there, Kenny. Leaving half a one for this one. A couple of baby potatoes, which you're just wanting to cut over into small pieces. So, you know, you want everything just to be dainty, because you can serve it like this on the plate, which is quite novel if you've got people coming maybe for the first time. It's quite a novel way to give them a dinner. And I watch this, my paper will not be big enough. And a shallot. If you don't have shallots, just small onions will be absolutely fine. I'm trying not to move here because I'm just realising my necklace is going to be jingling away and it'll be interfering with Mr. Cameraman there. I'll be getting a big row. We'll just do one just now and we can... Is that actually off? I think I maybe need to start wearing my glasses. No, it wasn't off. Goodness, you'll be getting skin there, Kenny. Alright, let's see. I'll just have to use my nails and pull it off. I think we could get another wee one in there. Wee baby things. This is a great meal to make if you know, like, it's going to go in the oven for 1.5 to 2 hours. So if you're actually maybe got a dog or something, you want to go out with the dog, it's great to put this in and have it ready for you coming home to. We're just having it today, like I say, because I've got the lamb on offer. Otherwise, we could have been going out for the paper. We've been getting a drone this week, so we could have been out experimenting with that, but we've missed the best of the day today. That'll need to wait for another day. All we've been doing so far is experimenting in the house, which has been quite amusing. Up and down it goes. 2 or 3 wee bits of feta on the top. Again, if you don't have feta, don't stress over it. It's not essential. And the Greeks will tell you it's essential, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I might very quickly have to make another piece of paper up. I'm watching it here and thinking it's maybe not just big enough. Garlic. Now that I'm going to just tell you is entirely up to you, but I would think a teaspoon per person. Half a teaspoon, better say half a teaspoon actually. And some mixed herbs. I'm using mixed herbs, like I say, because I'm not using mint, but if you've got mint, don't worry about the mixed herbs. Just a sprinkle over the top. A bay leaf, and I will quickly look round everything, make sure I've got it all in, and the olive oil. I'm using rapeseed, Scottish rapeseed, olive oil, Scottish rapeseed, whichever. Just a good tablespoon over each one. And then all you're having to do is parcel it up. And like I say, don't worry too much if it's not quite the right size, because you are going to have to put some tin foil over the top too. Nice big piece. Because it's quite good if you can wrap it alternately, so you know you've got a seal on the top and then one on the bottom. So we're just going to do it like that, press it down, make it flat, onto your tray, and then repeat the process. Don't know if Kenny's going to just stay here and repeat the process. Will we keep filming? Okay, we'll go nice and quickly then this time. We've had a beautiful day up here today. We've been out in the sunshine. Oh, don't forget that one wee piece. And it has been really, really lovely. I know that, I think it was yesterday kind of that in Wales it was, whoops, that was squirted. The hottest day recorded, it had been in Scotland last week, but Wales yesterday, and it was something ridiculous, like 20 or 21 degrees. God, we're lucky if we ever get to see that in Orkney in the summer. But there you go. Shouldn't be actually thinking it's a good thing. I'm sure it's probably not very good. It'll be global warming, which is never a good thing. You see the poor polar bears coming into the towns these days to try and scavenge for food. But thankfully they don't have any around about here. They might be fancying your lamb tonight, Ken. Which is not a good thing, having to share. Although we would actually. I would put some stuff out if they were coming. But we'll just quickly finish it off. And these, like I say, they go into the oven for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. If you actually work with a shoulder of lamb, you're wanting to probably put it into bigger chunks than this is, so give it the full 2 hours. Like I say, I got mine on offer, so I can't exactly be choosy about the size of the pieces, but they were absolutely tiny, so perhaps not ideal for this. However, no stressing with it, it's absolutely fine. I'll just give it an hour and a half, which will be absolutely plenty for cooking the veg. That will do me 2 or 3 wee bits.
What temperature would that be at?
I'll just do that. I'll just 180. You're not wanting it overly hot. You want it in the middle of the oven. If you've got a fan oven, to reduce that to about 150. So I'd say 180, which is about 350 Fahrenheit. Gas max 3 to 4. 2 hours. You're wanting it to cook nice and slowly, which is why I'm saying it would be ideal if you were going out with the dogs or something in the afternoon. Right, I'll say I love garlic, but I'll put the recipe. Always remember the recipes go up into the Orkney News. It probably will just say half a teaspoon per person. Salt and pepper to taste. The salt that you're putting on this is obviously doing quite a lot of veg there, so you maybe just a touch more than you would normally have, but you're not wanting to over salt anything these days. Then there will be salt comes off the feta, always remember, and I know I've forgotten something, I'm not saying it, my bay leaf. Some oil, tablespoon, and this doesn't look like it's going to fit this time. But there we go. I've never worked in a tippy. I'm not very good at my judgments. Last piece of tin foil. Wrap it over. This one to the top, the other one is at the bottom. And that is your dinner. Sorted. And it sounds nice. Having Lamb Kleftiko for my dinner tonight. And everything. Just in its one wee parcel. It's quite good if you know you've got a pudding or that, because it might not look the biggest of dinners, but anyway, we'll come back in an hour and a half, see how it's going, and see you then. Bye! Okay, I've ended up giving it about an hour and 40 minutes, because I've always given it 2 hours before now, so I thought, oh my goodness, I better just make sure. So what I'm going to do is just open up the one of them. So the one I think that will be on the top, I'll just give it a quick check actually, just in case it has to go back in for a wee minute. Oh no, I can see the steam coming out. So we'll just slip the tin foil away. And personally I would just serve them like this. And what you're really ideally wanting here is to have a beautiful piece of focaccia or something like that, just to soak up all these gorgeous oils when you're finished eating it. if you've not got enough potato, it's wonderful just to have a big piece of crusty bread. You want that wee bay leaf out the road there, Kenneth? There you go. And I mean, if you just serve this and the smells are delicious, don't worry actually if you're not smelling it whilst it's cooking. It is literally because it's been so sealed, and you really just steamed it all in its own juices here. And like I say, wonderful big piece of crusty bread, and off you go. And what is not to like about Kleftiko? Please give it a try, get back to me, let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. Bye.